But Nancy Mace asked him, well, how many damn kids in your state? You're the governor and you don't know how many children reside in your state. And even with that, Tampon Tim was still lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
In Minnesota in 2017, Governor?
I don't have those numbers in front of me, Congresswoman.
Did you prepare for this hearing today? Did you do any
I
preparation
take
for this
Congress
hearing today?
seriously.
And you've seen the numbers about autism fraud in Minnesota. So we're going to do some Minnesota math with you today, okay? Are you ready?
Running for,
How much money was spent on 2017 for autism in Minnesota? How much?
I don't know. I wasn't the governor.
Okay.
No, not North.
Did you not just say that you prepared for this hearing today? $1 million, okay? A quick Google search or using your AI could tell you $1 million was spent. How much money was spent on autism in Minnesota in 2024?
I don't have the number in front of me. As
Were you governor
I
in
don't-
2024?
He's a jerk.
I was, but I'm not the
Okay,
head
so
of
your
HHS.
excuse before that you didn't know what 2017 autism numbers were because you were not governor,
Yo,
and today you
KFC
can't answer the
Colonel.
numbers about 2024 as governor, and you still said you prepared for this hearing today. It's unbelievable. $343 million was spent in 2024. What percent increase is that from 1 million to 343 million? What percentage increase is that?
I'm not here to be your prop. Go ahead and tell me.
Well, are you governor of Minnesota or not?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
I'm not,
well,
I'm
when
not
I'm
a prop
governor of
for a
South
member of
Carolina,
Congress.
you can sure as hell bet that I'm going to know the math. The math is 34,200% increase, an increase of 343 times what it was in this time period. Do you know the number of children in Minnesota?
I know that Minnesota ranked as a top 3 state for
He
What
sure
is the
knows.
total
Yeah.
population in
He should have known
Minnesota?
that.
Yeah, he did.
Like, don't know
5.7
nothing.
million.
Okay. What is the total population of children in Minnesota?
I don't have the number in front of me
Are
right
you
now.
don't have
governor of
anything to
Minnesota?
count.
I know 400,000 were cut out of health care last
Okay,
week by
that's
the
not-
actions you made.
All Colonel Sanders knows
Are
about
you
chicken.
governor of Minnesota?
He's governor of Colonel
I am.
Sanders chicken.
And you don't know the number of children
I
residing
don't
in
have the
Minnesota?
specific number.
Eat them up, Nance. Eat them up.
Oh, wow, folks. I mean, I just got goosebumps. I got warm all over just watching that. I mean, she ripped him. Shelly, what are your thoughts?
Okay, first of all, he needs a haircut. He needs a haircut. I don't know if something's on my shirt here or not, but he needs a haircut. I'm sick of them little pieces sticking up where the bald is. Just
And
trim
his
it.
eyebrows.
Just trim the eyebrows, trim the hair, and that's number one. Number two, you mean to tell me he had no staff behind him that would kind of give him the paperwork? They do. They typically bring assistants or whomever that has that data in their binders where they can just, take a minute, let me grab whatever. I mean, that's just so unprepared. But to his response, I'm not going to be your prop. I loved it because I probably would have said something like that to Nancy Mace because she kept going on and on. Just make your point. We get it. You cooked him enough.
Ask all the questions like,
That's
do
number
you know
one.
this? Do you know
But
that?
my biggest point
Brag
is
and
this.
fulfill.
My biggest point is this. The fraud in Minnesota is off the charts. But I'm going to remind you, okay? Minnesota is just one state. This fraud is rampant across the country. And again, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. In particular, government programs, namely, and agencies, the SSA, Social Security, SBA, Medicare, Medicaid, the Department of Defense, Department of Transportation. These programs are rampant with fraud. Fraud is the industry I think that the government runs on, and they use taxpayer money to fuel it, if you will, to fund the fraud. We need to cut these programs. We don't need over 100-something programs that's doing the same thing. And again, you qualify for one, you qualify for all. This needs to be cut. Minnesota is just the poster child. But don't forget, do not be mistaken. It is rampant across the country.
Yeah. Nicole, what are your thoughts?
I'm just going to say, a prominent Maryland Democrat said, if it's not illegal, then it's appropriate.
There you go. He did say that.
He did. So what did
Brandon
that with
Scott.
a straight face? I was sitting there listening. I
did
was
say
like,
that.
what did he say? Oh my
I
God.
missed that.
Well, girl,
Brandon
we should
Scott.
put it on a t-shirt. That
I
was,
think, but
listen, if I, God forbid, knock wood, if I ever get hemmed up in some crime, I'm going to repeat that. I want to be like, listen, if it's not illegal, then it's not inappropriate.
Well,
That's what
I
he
mean,
said.
folks, we'll talk about inappropriate. Federal prosecutors estimate total losses could top $9 billion with a B dollars across multiple programs in Minnesota, making it one of the biggest welfare frauds in U.S. history. Most defendants, and I'm talking about 78 out of 86 cases, are of Somali ancestry, with funds allegedly funding luxury cars, villas, kickbacks, and even overseas to groups like Al-Shabaab. I mean, the list goes on. We're talking about feeding our future, Medicaid housing stabilization, child care assistance programs, and other scams, particularly the autism fraud. Okay, so Walz's administration, they claim they're victims too, but audits show they ignored red flags, sued to keep shady nonprofits in play, and prioritize equity over accountability. Take a look here. This is clip 7.
Who, again, has stated that she is a Democrat. She's only ever voted Democrat. Says that
doesn't
she was
matter whether
subjected
she's
to, quote,
Democrat or
a
Republican.
smear campaign for trying to make leadership aware of illegal contracting practices. Why do you think that happened?
I can't speak to that, Congressman, because we don't do it.
You just don't. You don't know anything.
I do know that we don't. We have strong whistleblower protections, and I can't speak.
That's not what the whistleblowers are saying. According to another report, quote, there's just a continuous effort to stifle you, to shut you up, and it's impossible to overcome. Your administration's response to whistleblowers has also been described as, quote, nearly unbearable retaliation. We've heard claims that, quote, they've been denied vacations, promotions, and that it's hurt people's careers to speak out against fraud. Do you think that that had something to do with the prevalence of fraud in your administration?
I can't speak to it, but
are you going to take responsibility for this?
I supervise 40,000 employees. State agencies
You
have their own.
supervise a lot of employees, and as you have said, the buck stops with you. And your administration has treated whistleblowers like absolute dirt, and that's a big reason why we've seen so much of our hard-earned tax dollars defrauded.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Congressman Brandon Gill. Superman.
It's like, what song is that?
Baby Superman, like
Oh man, I love that man. Woo, I love him. I love him. He is always on point. His questions, they aren't looked upon, or at least for me, they don't look like he's looking for any type of sensationalism. He's really he's getting them on the points. He provides data, provides facts. I love him. Shelley, what are your thoughts on that exchange?
I wanted to mention something. You mentioned the $9 billion in Minnesota. Well, hear this. The estimates, and this is from the Government Accountability Office, they estimate government fraud in general, again, across the board, with many of the programs that I mentioned, plus more, $233 billion, upwards to more than $500 billion. That's more than $500 and plus billion dollars. So again, the dollars just keep cha-chinging in the wrong direction. Our taxpayer money. And don't forget, I got to remind you all, April 15th is coming. Give me my money back.
Yeah,
I agree. Listen, I think the way that Brandon Gill asks questions leaves no room for interpretation. I also believe that Tim Walz purposely came unprepared.
Oh, yeah. Why?
Purposely. Well, because like Shelley said, you usually come with your team, and there are lawyers and people, and you have a little binder and you got your note card so you can stay on point. But I think for him, it was more important to have people feel than for people to know. This is the Democrat playbook. When the facts aren't on your side, you need people to feel something. Well, I know that 400,000 kids were kicked off of Medicaid last week, blah, 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 because of the administration. He's trying to get you to emote something. But Nancy Mace asked him, well, how many damn kids in your state? You're the governor, and you don't know how many children reside in your state? Are you the governor of your state? And she's absolutely right. But he did that intentionally, because when the facts don't fit for them, this is what they do. This is their political playbook. They make you feel some kind of way. They bring something up that, harkens some kind of spirit in you. What Brandon Gill does much more successfully, in my humble opinion, than Nancy Mace, is he doesn't allow them to answer the questions about the facts. He gives them the facts and then asks the question. Right? So he's not giving them any wiggle room. And even with that, Tampon Tim was still lost in the sauce.
Yeah.